Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play The Long Dark. This is going to be a 5-part miniseries in the test branch version of Faithful Cartographer. The Faithful Cartographer update, of course, is the May update, 2017 update to the Long Dark's sandbox mode, the last sandbox update, in fact, before story mode comes out in August. So really exciting stuff. If you missed my video actually detailing the content of the patch, there's a link on your screen, a suggestion to go back and check that video out. In this video, I'm going to be doing less talking. Well, I'm still going to talk, but I'm going to be doing more playing so we can experience this content in person. A couple of disclaimers before we get started, though. Bear in mind that as of this recording, this content is not available to everyone yet. It's available to PC and Mac users who are using the test branch, who have opted in to the test branch on Steam. It's not available to Xbox users, so if you are not opting into the test branch, if you are an Xbox user, or if for any other reason you just don't want to be spoiled on the unfinalized content, or you don't want to see unfinalized content before it makes it to early access, then maybe don't watch this. But the other thing I want to tell you is I mentioned in the overview video that I was going to be doing this series completely innocent of any previous play. And that was a dirty lie. It wasn't an intentional lie, but what happened was, what had happened was I went 15 minutes into an episode and it was so different and there were so many changes that I was honestly like, it was throwing me off. And I was really thrown. Like it's not like the game has fundamentally changed, but the way you interpret it and the way you read it has changed. And so I got about 15 minutes in and I was just like, no, I'm not liking the look of this. And then ironically, I restarted and I said the same thing I'm saying to you right now. And the game started me in a kind of nighttime mode, and like the first several minutes of the episode were dark, and I was just sitting there going, you know, for people who haven't played The Long Dark and they're watching this, like there's not a lot to look at. Like I'm just talking in the dark, like because it started us out like right near sunset, and then we got inside, and it was just rough. So we're gonna play again, but just know that I have some comments on what I've seen so far. I have played it. I've got a little bit of experience with the interface, and that's a good thing because believe me, the first time I tried a few minutes ago, it was it was rough. Okay, so this is the game that I just attempted. Let's go ahead and just delete that. And let's do a new one. Stalker play, Mystery Lake, yep. Jennifer Hale, yep. Confirm, and we're going to call this Faithful Cartographer. Fairful Cartographer. And we're going to get going. Please give me a good quote. Please. No one can tell what goes on, oh, this is a good quote, between the person you were and the person you become. No one can chart that blue and lonely section of hell. There are no maps of the change. You just come out the other side. Stephen King, The Stand. Okay, so, I know where we are. This is actually where I first, Dave's Quiet Clearing. It's where I first spawned. Oh wait, actually there's a body. It's where I first spawned in The Long Dark. Very first time I played. Nice. So the bodies look different. Check that out. Bet you weren't expecting that. So there's a hunting knife, and what's in the backpack? Summit soda. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some stones too, because we can do this. And I will show you what it's like to throw them right now. You can hit space when you're picking them up. Oh man, I didn't realize that was going to clear it. Oh no, it didn't clear it. Good. All right, one more stone. Nice. So lots of stones to start off. I'm going to go over the interface in just a second. I want to make sure that we have all the clothing we need, and we're actually somewhat close to the, with where we are right now, we're somewhat close to the camp office. So I'm going to get to the camp office and kind of get my bearings really quick before I talk too much about thoughts on the patch so far. Again, I know you came to this video expecting me to be, look at my hands, look at this is hilarious. I know you came to this video expecting me to be, like completely innocent to it, but believe me, after what happened when I tried to do that video, you don't want that. There's a lot in the interface that's different. There are some things that aren't working great so far. So there were some things that frustrated me at first. So it's good that I took a second to start over. And it looks like this time we're not anywhere near nighttime just yet, so that's good. I'm going to hang a left here. I know exactly where I am, thankfully. I'm going to move a little bit faster. It doesn't seem like... Hang on, how are we doing cold weather? Yeah, we are. I haven't looked at my clothes yet. We're started out with a decent clothing, looks like, but nothing amazing. By the way, if you want to see what this looks like, there you go. And yes, they do skip. It's pretty awesome. Nice physics-based rock. Wow, that one rolled far, considering the fact that it's just snow. All right, let's put the rocks away. Grab some sticks. How long would it take to break that down? 10 minutes? I'll go ahead and do it. Sticks will be good for kindling, as they always are. Let's pick up the rocks again. If we see any bunnies, we'll try and hit them. Anyone who's watched my Long Dark play before knows if it's not the rifle, I'm generally not very good at it, and I'm not even very good with the rifle always. I'm better than I used to be. Season 1 and Season 2 of Against All Odds, I was atrocious with the rifle. Part of it is just because the game does have aiming mechanics that are a bit more realistic. You have to really be precise, and you can't expect the same kind of shooting mechanics that work in like FPSs to help your aim be as true in the Long Dark. You've got to really line up a good shot and know where to hit a deer, for instance, like the one in front of us, to get a kill. Oh, hello! Haven't noticed that yet. So Raphael tweeted a picture of that brand new watchtower just yesterday, I think. I didn't realize it was in the game already, so we're gonna have to visit that. That'll be fun. But first, yeah, first we need a fire. So let's come inside. Yeah, see, part of the problem was when I did the second attempt at this, I came inside. Oh, good, there's a lantern. That's handy. I came inside and it was just, like I said, it was immediately dark. So like, just the experience was, it's familiar for Long Dark players, right? We're used to it, walking into dark spaces and bumbling around and finding stuff. But there's a lot of new people on my channel right now that haven't seen me play the Long Dark yet. And I was like, regardless of whether you're brand new watching me play for the first time because you were looking for Long Dark content, or if you have been here because you're watching, you know, something else that I've been playing lately, it didn't feel right. So I'm glad that it's daytime now. There should be a soda here. Ah, there's not a soda. First two goes, there was a soda there. Third time is the anti-charm. All right, so we got some antiseptic there. We got some got a frontier shooting guide. Reclaimed wood, nice. Got a whetstone, a hook, and a line. New beef jerky.
Okay.
Emergency stim and painkillers. Nice. It's good that we got an emergency stim so early. We're not going to need it for a while probably, but it's good to have it. And, oh wait, there's a magnifying glass too. Anything else? Nothing that I'm seeing. Good. Let's go upstairs. Ah, dead guy. Again, dead guys look different now. It's weird. Nice. Trail boots. That's a nice early game find. And a windbreaker. And a bedroll. Okay. Honestly, this one... And cargo pants? Alright. This game is being a little bit nicer to me. I was going to say that before I found the cargo pants. It's being a little bit nicer to me than the first couple of attempts. But I won't complain about that. So, let's put some of that clothing on so we're not as cold. So let's see. The windbreaker needs to be on the outer layer. Why do they both say outer? Oh, okay. These are the inner layer. These are the outer layer. So let's see. We're gonna wear that. And then we can put the cargo pants on over the jeans. And that's definitely going to help warm us up. Not a whole lot yet, but that's a good win. That's a good step in the right direction. I can also go ahead and put the trail boots on. This is going to reduce our mobility a little bit, but that's fine. I feel like these reduce our mobility by the same amount. Yeah, they do. So these are better to have. And then we found some other mittens, which we can wear. Now, we're wearing the crappy ones, so let's wear the nice ones. Pretty good. All right, so that's pretty nice. It feels like 34 degrees now. We're no longer that cold, which is a win, especially compared to how my first two tries at this went. It felt like an interloper playthrough at one point. Not in the one that was dark, but the first try. But let's get that newsprint. And I guess since we have some good gear and see, all right, now that we're inside, let me take a second to show you the interface. First of all, here's the new radio menu in all of its glory. Let me actually focus on it for just a second. As you can see, it has a nice little breath effect when it pops up, which is really, really cool. And you can also pull up your food. It's not just one item that auto loads into it. It's anything on the wheel. So you can just pull up the food and eat on the fly, which is really nice. There's also, you know, your drinks and your first aid. And you can pull up your weapons, same as always. Notice that crafting is no longer on the wheel because it's now in the journal. So if you have to craft anything on the fly, you have to pull up the journal. It's almost, think of it as like you're reading instructions to crafting something while you're crafting it. So that's that, or at least that's what I think they were going for with the change. So one thing I'll go ahead and say that is a little bit jarring is that, again, I'm holding down tab right now, or if I hit tab, I don't have to hold it down and this screen comes up. If I hold down spacebar, the radio menu comes up, of course, the way that we've been used to, but neither of these allow me to move while looking at my condition meters. It's really weird. And I don't know how to feel about it. Well, actually, I know exactly how to feel about it. I don't like it. like one of the major gameplay elements of The Long Dark is being able to check that stuff on the fly. And right now you can't. So I hope that they fix that. Honestly, I hope they fix it in the test branch. I hope they change it while this code is still in testing. But that's just something that was unnerving to see. So there's definitely some things that they're working on. Also, if you want to see the map, this is what it looks like right now when we don't have anything filled in. It's completely black. We've only found the camp office so far, so that's all you can see on it. Things that you find for the map or things that you find before you put any charcoal to the map will pop up. I'm going to get these cattails while I'm nearby. They will pop up on the map, but you won't be able to actually see the terrain in between them because you haven't actually drawn the terrain yet. Again, I'm holding down the button for all this harvesting, which is... it's just different. I'm not sure that it's a completely necessary change, honestly. Rather than just clicking, you hold down the button. It doesn't... I mean, it does the exact same thing. I thought when I was recording the patch coverage video that it would be... some things would be click and some would be hold, and there would be a little bit of variety based on the type of container it was, but it's not that way. It's just that you hold down the button now to do searches, which there might be a technical reason, kind of under the hood reason that they did it. And in that case, fine. Because, again, it's not that different, but it just takes some getting used to, because I'm used to just single clicking and searching stuff, and now I have to hold the mouse button down. And if you let go of it, the search stops. All right, so let's duck in here real quick. See what other stuff we can find, if anything. Oh, nice! Hatchet. Anything in the drawer? My character is slightly moving every single time I open a drawer. Or I'm not doing it anymore, though. That's weird. Oh, wait. There, it did it again. Not sure what was causing that. I'm hearing some of the new noises as I scavenge this stuff. Okay, so it looks like those two huts are standing. One's burned out. There's one hut standing over there, maybe? Yeah, that one's standing. It's got a roof on it. I can see it. Oh, no body in front of this. I almost always see a body here. It's strange not to see a body in front of this hut. That is genuinely unnerving. All right. Well, not genuinely unnerving, but it's just surprising. All right, Summit Soda. Newsprint roll. All right, we're good. I kind of want to just go straight up and see if the... since we've got... I mean, it's pretty cold. We can't be out here forever. But part of me just wants to go straight up and see if the hatch is up there. Let's do it. Again, this is... I'm not playing for the long term here, so I can afford to be a little bit more reckless. And not try and, like, preserve my life with every move. We also can go down there behind that hut and see... that one specifically. Not that hut, but that cabin. And see if there is a gun. Because that's a location where a rifle often spawns. And that is not just in the test branch. That's in the Long Dark period. So, fun fact, if you're not playing in Interloper mode, and you're in Sandbox and Mystery Lake, you can get the rifle if you look behind that hut. It's usually hanging out with a dead guy. I think it's always hanging out with a dead guy, in fact. As long as it's there at all, there will be a dead guy accompanying it.
This cold is making my head feel thick.
Yeah, so also notice the sprint meter's circular now. And I can see my condition meters, again, if I pull this up. And they're a different style now. I love the fact that this pops up with like a little breath burst. It looks so cool. It's much, much better than the old one. You can just feel the game getting more polished and ready for release. Still some work to be done, though. And I mean that in the best way possible. Okay. I don't... yeah, we're not close enough to be able to see the hatch yet. But maybe it's up here, maybe it's not, but we'll see. Be nice if it was. The game's been kind to me otherwise. This would be the icing on the cake. And now I want cake. Okay, it does not appear that there... okay, no icing, no cake. Damn. All right, well, what we're going to do... Hello. Let's not go too fast. What we're going to do... Hey there. Is we're just going to hop down here. Because this is actually going to be really close to where we were walking a second ago. Make sure there's not a bear. Because there can sometimes be a bear. That is a thing. Alright, hypothermia risk. Good to know. So we need to get inside. But first let's pay a visit to... It's interesting there's no wildlife around right now. There's no bears, no wolves that I've seen on the lake yet. Yeah, there's normally a bear patrolling, like, here. Alright. Sewing kits, pinnacle peaches, soda, reclaimed wood. So we've got lots of wood on us, I feel like. We found a few pieces already. How much do we have exactly? This is our new interface screen. We have 4 pieces of reclaimed wood. Nice. So yeah, this is the new interface. You can still see, you know, how much weight you're carrying. Just the icons are a little bit bigger. Clothing screen, similar to before. Journal, still the same, because they haven't updated it yet, but they will. Okay, I don't think there's anything else in here, so let's go ahead and hightail it for this cabin. Not only because it's warm in here, or warmer, but also because there might be a gun behind it. There could also be cattails nearby, but I'm honestly not that focused on cattails at the moment. Not my concern. Gun? No gun. Alright. Inside we go. And yes, you have to hold the button down to enter doors as well, if you were curious. Pinnacle peaches? Oh wait, no, I don't want to break anything down. Okay. So nothing really here, unfortunately. We're going to have to keep looking at the other... we did find the... Oh, nice. There's the first-person presence. Really cool. I mean, it's been there, but they've just updated it. It looks better on the... Alright, so there is some stuff in here. It looks better on the lantern than it did before. Also, does it finally show... Okay, I don't think that was the... Yeah, I don't think it was actually modeling the items that we're wearing. That would be the ultimate change to the first-person presence, is to always see what you're wearing. But I don't think they've got that set up yet. Be so cool if they did. Can you imagine? All right. All right, now I'm going to visit this thing. So you can see some hands moving when I've got the lantern. That's cool. You can actually see some jogging hands. That's completely new. Wish you could see that when the lantern was put away. Can't imagine why you wouldn't eventually add that. So hopefully they will. Let's do a candy bar and anything else here. Anything under there? Wait. No. Thought I saw something. Alright, I'm still ideally looking for clothing. Maybe if there's a toque in one of these huts, it would be nice. Worn work gloves? They're nice, but they're actually not as nice as what I already have. Well, I guess I can keep this going for a bit longer. Let's go ahead and come over here. Because not only are there a couple more huts where we could find clothing, also let's look around for... Yeah, so these effects look the same. I don't think these are different weather effects. Yeah, these are very much the same. Very much the same. Any cattails? Nope. Okay. Dead guy? Yeah, again, mainly looking for clothing at the moment. And not finding much. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this away. Because we don't need it. And let's step inside. Fire log, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and carry that. So we're finding food, which is good. I mean, it's not the end of the world to find food. I guess we did need the light, didn't we? It's kind of hard to see in here. This is what I was talking about. This is how the first episode started, but even darker because we're at the end of the day. So it's just a little bit much. I'll tell you what. Let's get the lantern back out. How much fuel is left in this thing? The fuel meter is not showing right now. Okay, there it is. There it is. We could break down these crates and get some food, some wood if I wanted, but Not going to right now. I want to keep looking and see if we can find some additional gear.
So cold.
I don't want to take any time up from the day while we are still not like fully clothed. Seems a little bit counterproductive to do that.
Probably useful.
Nice. Pork and beans. All right, nothing under there. Let's keep going.
God damn, it's freezing.
Yeah, I know. This game will make you feel cold. It's ridiculous. Alright, so how many huts are there here? 2. And no wolves from what I can see? Okay. Inside we go, and what do we have? Wait, is there something in there? No. Alright, so there's a buck. See, the table would give me 6 reclaimed wood, which is nice, but it would take an hour and a half to break down. Oh good, there's some cloth. I can use that to repair some stuff. Now, another thing that hasn't quite been fixed yet is currently it doesn't show you on any screens other than when you click a bed or if you're going to rest how much daylight is left. So you can do that if you want to see how much daylight is left, but it doesn't show you otherwise. But when you pull up the journal, it lies to you. Again, so it's just a little bit it's a little bit strange. But they're still working on some stuff, so it's to be expected. So we don't have any charcoal yet, but we will. So it feels like 32. We can't really stay here, I think, or we're gonna get. I mean, we could. Hang on. Let's see if there's something I can repair with the one cloth that I found. Yeah, the jeans could probably use some repair. Please don't run out of daylight while you're doing that. Okay, good. I think I completely repaired them. Not completely, but yeah, I finished repairing them is what I meant to say. All right, so that's good. Now it's going to be a little bit darker outside. That's fine. Hopefully the wind will have died down a little bit, and we need to make it back. Actually, we need to visit the other cabin first. Oh yeah, the wind's completely died down. Wunderbar.
God, never.
Okay, we got the hypothermia risk back again. All right, let's light our lantern and see what we have here. Nothing in that crate, nothing up here, nothing down there.
Probably useful.
And the hypothermia risk is gone again. There's some sports socks. I might be able to put those on in layers. Try that. Nothing under the bed. There can often be military rations under the beds in here, so you have to be vigilant for stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I can totally put on another pair of socks. Nice. Yeah, we don't have any more cloth to do anything else with. I could harvest one of my pairs of mittens, but I'm going to hold off. So let's see. We're not that tired yet. We're also not that. Hang on. We have plenty of sodas, which is nice. I love the fact that you can just use your radio menu to do this. It's so much faster. It's one of my favorite changes yet. All right, so we're fully slaked. So let's go ahead and let's try and just sleep through the night. We're going to burn a lot of calories, but we'll recover a lot of condition. We'll be warm. Or who knows, maybe we'll freeze to death. All right, so yeah, we woke up fully rested. Okay. Yeah, that noise of dissatisfaction was just my general opinion towards the sleeping system in the Long Dark, which I've talked about in some of my other series, and I'm not going to talk about it now because we're not focused on that at the moment. This is focused on the new content. So tell you what, we're about 25 minutes in. I'm going to step back inside here, and we'll go ahead and cut this one here. In the next one, which I'm going to do tomorrow night at 9 p.m. That's not normally a slot that I use, But given that this content has come out, I wanted to make sure that we had some Long Dark coverage for a couple of days. So this is just going to go for 5 episodes. I'm going to keep showing off some content. I really encourage you guys to ask questions about the test build. Just remember that not everyone has seen this stuff, so don't talk about it too openly. I mean, Hinterland. I spoke to someone at Hinterland, and they about the spoiler warning thing this time, because I've always laid on very heavy spoiler warnings in the past per their request. And given the fact that they very, very openly announced a lot of these features when they announced the release of the game, this is not as spoilerific. But still, just bear in mind that some people might not want to hear about it just yet. If you talk about it, so mind the channels in which you discuss the game. But yeah, in the next one we are going to continue focusing on getting a little bit more gear, and then maybe we're going to try and find some weaponry so we can see the new first-person presence. We're going to try throwing a rock at a rabbit, at a wolf, or something like that. And then ultimately, before the 5 episodes are up, I would love to get to that new tower, which would be a fun little goal to do for this series. And maybe we'll save it for the 5th episode so that people who don't want to be spoiled again will not have to see the new stuff outside of their own play, which is very important to me and would be important to me if I was watching a series like this. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along if you're not subscribed already. New episodes in the Faithful Cartographer Test Branch series are coming out every day at 9 p.m. again, Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.